You'd also dream of getting good grades in class 10, but now it's the end of semester and you have not completed anything. You're sitting here feeling scared that boards are approaching and you have nothing to do right now. You have all syllabus left untouched and you have crucial days. Well, don't worry, you have come to the right video. I'll guide you through these crucial days, ensuring that you get the high grades you dreamed of, while also ensuring that your health does not get compromised. So, without further ado, this video has everything you need for. Make sure to watch this video till the end because there's a bonus part at the end of it. Well, first of all, you have lots of syllabus to complete, but you don't want to study. Who wants to study, do you? Well, don't worry, I'll make sure to teach you how to study and how to study effectively without losing your concentration. So let's move on. So the first step is dividing your subjects based on your current knowledge, experience with them, and how much you have gotten used to them. For example, new chapters that you have not touched yet should be prioritized at the top, whereas old chapters that you are used to and remember most of them should be prioritized at the bottom. Also, pro tip, do not leave the language subjects, because language subjects also count as subjects. They carry the same weightage as any other subject like maths or science. Now, how do you divide your subjects and prioritize them? Well, that's easy. First of all, you have to look at the timetable. In this year's reports, I have two language subjects, English and Hindi. Both of them have 2 holidays. So they will prioritize at the top because 2 holidays for any subject is very low. Whereas subjects like social and science have 4 holidays, which can prioritize on the bottom because I have some experience with them and I'm particularly good at science. Then subjects like maths and information technology have 7 to 8 days of holidays, which is a lot. Then don't stress yourself. Teachers say all the time that the more the holidays, the more tougher the paper will be. This might be true to some extent, but come on, can't you complete a single subject in 8 days? Of course you can, don't be silly goof. Here, I have made an example. Hindi has 2 days, so it is prioritized at the top of it. English also has 2 days. While it does not have any holidays because it's the first subject, I still count it as 2 days because I don't need much for English. English is something that I'm experienced in, so I don't need to focus on it much. But that doesn't mean I will, of course, got it out of the list. I will just include it just a little down than Hindi because it has less days. Then we have social studies, which I'm not very strong in. Actually, I'll be weak in it. But since there's 4 days, that's plenty of time for me to study in the boards. Then we have science, which also has 4 days. But since I'm a little efficient in science and I know some chapters, I'll put them little below social studies. Then we have maths. Maths has 8 days, and I know a lot of maths. So maths doesn't need attention right now because I just can study in the boards. And information technology has 7 days, which is way too much for a subject like this, which indicates a paper can be a little hard, but a guy can crack a mountain in 7 days. What are we talking about? So yeah, you can make a little list for yourself in 5 minutes, including all the subjects they're prioritizing. Of course, this can change on many different aspects. Like this here, I have only listed them based on their days and how many holidays you have between them. But you can also list them according to your current experience and difficulty level. If you think that social is very hard, then you can put social on the top of it. If you think science is very hard, then you can put science on the top of it. If you think maths is hard, then vice versa. Of course. You might be thinking, okay, you have made a list, but now what? Well, then we go on to step 2. Not to know how to study these chapters is the main key to studying them. First of all, what you have to do is to figure out what is the hardest and what is the easiest. For me, Hindi is the hardest, English is the easiest, social and science come in between, and maths is well, maths. So let's check it out for a second. But we have these 4 subjects. Now what will I do is I'll start with English first. Why you say? Well, you see, I'm doing 3 chapters in English, which is of course a lot if I do it daily, and I only have 7 days to begin with. If I do 7 days, they will be 21 chapters, which is nice. Also, English is an easy subject, something that I have a grasp of. When I will read these chapters, I will have confidence. If I start with hard things like maths first or Hindi first, then what will happen is I will quickly lose my confidence because these are things that I have not studied earlier. Let's move on to tip number 3. Now you know what to study, how to study, but the question is where to study, and that's a nice question. Because you see, study requires an environment where there is silence so that concentration can bloom. But how will you study in a place that is noisy? Well, don't worry, I have all the solutions for every doubt you have. So first of all, let's go on to the first step. First, you need a clean environment. Thus, you need some pens, put water bottle nearby, have some snacks to chew on. Don't have fatty snacks like chips. Those make your mouth dry, and when you drink too much water, you will need to go, yeah. So don't eat unhealthy saturated fats. Instead, eat fruits. Yes, for this much Because you see, if you eat outside, you will get diseases, and it's probably best for the next step. Now, let's say you need a silent environment for studying, but you don't have a silent environment at your home. What do you do now? Well, you go to a library. Yes, you might have libraries nearby at your home. They require a monthly rent of something around 600 RS to 700 RS. But you can probably ensure that because they will give you 7 or 6 hours of uninterrupted silent reading, which is crucial to acing your boards. Don't think that boards are very hard. It just requires lots of strategies, and strategies is what I'm giving to you. Now, let's say that you cannot afford library for some reason, but that's completely okay. You can use a headphone like me or an earplug. Make sure to not listen to music. Music is not gonna work. Music is a scam. Don't listen to music. Not even lo-fi beats, not any synthetic music. Don't listen to anything because music does not work as we think it does. Music will distract you and make you further away from your goal. You need concentration, so don't listen to music. Instead, just have earplugs or headphones if it is too noisy. Try moving to another room in a clean environment. And for clean environment, I do not mean a clean room. I mean a clean desk. That's all you need. You need a clean desk and you can study there without interruption. Now for our bonus tips for people who have trouble leaving the distractions. The flow. What do you mean, Anand? What does the flow have to do with studying? Well, hear me out. The flow is a technique recognized by scientists that ensures high level of concentrations and you will not even touch your phone. Well, that's impossible. If the flow was that easy, everyone would have done it, right? The flow must be something that requires years of meditation. No, my friend, that's where you're wrong. The flow does not require years of meditation, or even a month meditation, or a day of meditation. What it requires is strategic planning. Now you see, our brain is like a mindful toddler. We wake up every day with something new. We are very fresh. We don't have anything on the mind in the morning. But what you idiots do is you stop and touch your phone. Do not even touch your phone, let alone start it. When you touch your phone, the first thing you're feeding your brain is phone. And when you're feeding your brain a phone, your brain will then make its own subconscious charts of the day that includes the phone. Now, what to do? Well, let's say that today you have not done anything and you're planning on studying from tomorrow. But first of all, don't fall into this trap of studying on tomorrow. You have to start somewhere. But let's say that you cannot study today for whatever reason. You're going to study tomorrow. What you're going to do is you're going to build a timetable of all the things you're going to do, pretty much like a goal. All the things you're going to do tomorrow, a pre-advanced timetable. Why? Don't follow it, just make it. What do you have to do is when you wake up in the morning, you will first look at the timetable. Don't only look at the timetable, and then go to your dailies, brush your teeth, and bath and get ready and eat your food. Do not use the phone at a single time. The second you touch the phone, the second your concentration gets disrupted and the day is ruined. So, what you have to do, you have to wake up, touch the timetable, read whatever you do today, and then you will feel a certain energetic pulse. You will feel eagerness to study. And if you don't believe me, go try tomorrow then. Then, what you have to do is you have to come into this clean environment, study over here, study without a phone. Use a watch, and if you don't have a watch, use your mom's phone. If you have a personal phone, just please put it away. If you use your mom's phone, then it's going to be hard. All you have to do is just ask her to turn on the timer, take the timer, put over here, and then turn on the timer for 40 minutes. You have to study for 40 minutes. This is called Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro, yes, that's a funny name. You have to study for 40 minutes, take a 20-minute break. Study for 40 minutes, take a 20-minute break. Do this cycle at least 5 to 6 times, and then all of this will be completed, and you would have done your day's goal. Well, what if you've done the day's goal way before? Well, don't worry. If you have done the day's goal way before the time, let's say it's 3 p.m., then you're done with your goals. You have to balance everything. What should you do now? Should you waste your time? No need. Since you have planned everything in advance for the week, and I hope you did, then you won't have to study extra for the day. You can use the remainder of the day as a gift while you scrolling on Insta or using your phone. What I mean is, get the reward after you have studied. Study first. Do not get the rewards first. Because rewards can come at last, but if the reward has come at first, you cannot study after that because your brain is like a dirty toddler. Once it gets the taste of a sugar, it will not eat its broccolis. Yeah, I know. So yeah, these are all the tips that you need to know to ace your board's exam. Now I hear you. If everyone who sees this video follows these tips, then of course everyone will ace the exam, which is very interesting to see the ace. But yeah, this this was the video. If you liked it, please make sure to like and subscribe, and comment if you want more videos on related topics. I can make videos on subjects, on how to study each subject personally if you want me to. Please comment what you want me to do.